What's up guys, this is Ronnie. Welcome back to our channel Total Technology. This is tutorial 39 and today's we are going to talk about actually we're not going to talk, we are actually going to do some sort of exercise. So I believe we have completed the enum and struct. So in this tutorial we'll be going to perform some sort of different exercises. So most of the exercise actually I picked from the emails or requests which I got from Udemy and from my YouTube channel, from my viewers mostly. So I'm going to pick some very useful and very interesting examples, and some of them actually customized by my own thoughts. So let's start with the first exercise. So how to create an enum, how to create an enum using end user input. So what is going to happen here? So till now whatever enum we are going to deal with is kind of a static, like the enum variant name and the variant value was fixed. Okay, means it's hard coded. So now we'll ask end user to do some sort of, give some sort of input. Based on that we'll be going to create some sort of enum. Okay, so let's start our tutorial. So first thing first, enum exam. Okay, so like this, and it will be I32, and next thing it will be fail with I32. Okay, cool. So now what we'll do, we'll try to use write our main function. Okay, from there actually we'll create the instance of this enum. So it will be let exam underscore 1, it should be exam. Okay, and let's say pass 70 and this thing, and after that we'll print ln. Okay, and exam underscore 1 and semicolon, and here we'll use the same thing. Okay, and for that actually we should use this thing. I believe something messy here. Okay, so here we'll be going to use this thing, derive and then debug. Okay, so it should be capital D. Okay, fine. So what will happen? So it will print pass 70 as an enum. So if I run this thing, sorry, it is going to print something else. So let's, not sure what is happening here. I am not sure. Okay, so let's run this thing. So it is actually pointing to the other code. So pass 70, see, I got pass 70. See if I change it to 100 and let's save it, and it should be 110. So 100. So now it is kind of a static, like whatever value we are passing, it is going to take this thing. But we have two variant name, and it could have anything. Like, so how to create a dynamic thing using this thing? So for that we are going to ask the end user to do some sort of input. So let's run this thing first. Okay, so it will be like use std io. Okay, okay, and after that what will happen here? So we'll ask end user, let's say print ln, enter pass if you passed, else enter fail. Okay, and we'll create let mute result, one variable, and it should be string. We are getting string, definitely it will be string. So let's find a new variable here, and like this, and after that io dot std okay, so it should be like this. Okay, and after that it will be read line. So in our case it will be result. Okay, and we don't need this part. Okay, so here we read it from the from the line. Okay, so now what we'll do, we'll try to print this thing first, whether it is going to print this thing properly or not. Okay, for that let's do the same thing. Okay, and we'll print the result. So it is going to print the string here. Okay, so let's print this thing. Okay, so what is happening over here? Expected one of this or found keyword, expected one of why this the problem. Let mute result string new. So this is fine. I'm not sure why this is throwing the error. Okay, fine, let's see. Some error actually. I am not sure, did I miss anything? Okay, I actually missed the semicolon here. So let's save this thing. It always happens with me, I miss the semicolon always. Again, I did something wrong maybe. Let me check actually where actually I did a mistake. stdin, so it should be small, not cap. Okay, so let's save. Okay, so it is building. So see, it is asking enter the pass you enter. So if I say pass, it should return the same thing, pass. So it is printing. Now the funny thing is that if you see here, actually we are getting this ampersand, slash n, means some carriage return. So now what we'll do, we'll do some magic thing over here. So if result dot trim, okay, equals to pass, we'll create this thing with pass, and else if we'll use the same thing. If it is fail, then something else will happen. Okay, or else we'll just print invalid input. Okay, so invalid input. Okay, so if this is the case, then what will happen, then let exam underscore 1 equals to exam pass and some value. Okay, first do this thing. Okay, and after that we're going to print this thing, println, and it will be like this, and we'll put exam underscore 1, and same thing, just copy this thing. Okay, here. Okay, so it should be exam 2, it should be fail, and just change the value 2. Okay, so let's do this thing. We are getting some error. Okay, it is saying result may be an error. Okay, so we haven't like handled the exception case, so if you can write something like this, actually that will be fine. Error occurred. Okay, that's it. So let's save this thing. So what will happen if we enter pass, so it will going to return an enum with pass 70. If you enter fail, it will print one enum with fail 50. Okay, so I make it like this. Okay, so enter pass if you pass, enter fail if you fail. So let's give pass. So okay, why this is not going to return this thing? Okay, what is happening? Okay, I think I forgot to save this thing, that is why. So let's save this thing. Okay, it's building. So let's pass. See, it is printing pass 70. Okay, let's run this thing again. So let's put it fail. Okay, if result okay, actually for every case I use pass, so it should be fail. Actually I forgot to use this thing. Okay, so see, their condition is pass, one condition is fail, so it should be fail. So let's run this thing again. So let's with fail, see fail 50. Let's run this thing again with pass. It is saying pass 50. So now we'll try to put something at ABC, so invalid input. So now our variant part is done with variant name, but the value part is missing. So we'll now try to use that value part now. Okay, how to do that? Okay, so I think until this part everything is clear for you guys, right? Okay, so we'll try to use the value part now. Okay, so let's go back to here. Actually, if it is here, so then it will ask the user to enter the value. So let's actually use this 3 lines. Just copy this 3 lines here actually. Okay, so we need this 3 line again. So it should be print enter the score you got. Okay, then it will be score underscore pass, right? And I should write here score underscore pass. Okay, now I got the score underscore pass, right? So now what we have to do, actually if you see, this is actually string variable, like whatever we are getting from the user, this is actually string, this is not integer. So we have to convert this thing in integer. So what will happen now? So here actually we need to change that. Okay, so definitely it will be pass, but after that what will happen? So you have to write result score dot pass, and you have to write dot. Okay, and after that you have to use trim. We all know there is some new line character next space. Okay, then you have to use parse. Okay, right, and after parse you have to use this, and maybe you can write like I32. Okay, and after that you have to use dot and unwrap. So this is actually going to give you the integer. Okay, so just remember this thing, or else this is going to be difficult. Okay, so what is happening? Okay, field x may not have generated. Okay, so actually it should have, okay, like this. So it will be score underscore pass. Okay, so we got this thing now, and if you print, this is going to print this thing. So we'll write the same thing here actually. Okay, so what we'll do now, so we just copy this 3 lines or 4 lines from here. Okay, in the else condition as well. Okay, like this. So I don't think so this is required. So exam2, and this should be score, this would be going to be changed with score fell. So we'll write here score fell, right? Okay, so like this thing, but you have to remember this sort of syntax. So it is first you have to make it trim, then you have to parse it with I32. Okay, and after that you have to unwrap. Okay, so it will be score fell, and after that we'll just going to print this thing. So if you see, everything is now kind of dynamic. So you'll ask end user to enter, and after that you'll be going to ask end user to enter the variant. First you will ask end user to put the variant name, and after that you are going to ask end user to give the value. So this is the complete thing, guys. So I believe haven't done any mistake. So let's run this thing. Okay, so first thing first, let's save this thing. Saving is done. So let's run this thing. It's running. So enter pass. So it is us enter the score you got. So maybe I can write 100. So see, I got pass 100. So fine. So let's run. So let me run fail. It will ask fail. So let me just 60. See, I got pass 60 just because I did some mistake here. So let me check actually. Okay, so in fail also I am using this condition, so that is the reason. So it should be fail. So this is the reason you should not do copy paste, just because I am just copying from the first line, sorry, the first if condition, so it happens. So you should not do copy paste always, but just to make the video length smaller, I'm just doing it 70. So pass 70, and then after that let's do fail, and let's say 16, so fail 18. So that's it guys. So I believe you guys enjoyed the series actually. Sorry, not the series, this is definitely the series is going on, but I'm just talking about this tutorial. So I believe you guys enjoyed the concept which we covered over here. So this is actually going to be very useful when you are going to deal with some sort of vending machine logic. For example, you ask the user what product he wants to buy. For example, user enters that he wants to buy some sort of juice. Depending on the juice, you define a enum juice, and you know within your juice category in your vending machine you have multiple variants. For example, Tropicana, Ruabza Punica, or PepsiCo, Cokes, whatever juice you are going to give those things ready. Then your next question will be asked which brand you want. Then user will ask this Coke. Then depending on that, you will again ask the user, okay, what is the type you want. So definitely some variance within the juice, and after that we will going to ask the user enter your money. So if you enter the user some different value which is the not the accurate value, which is less than this thing, you will do the calculation there in the machine and will ask user your denomination is too less, you can put some other value. So like this sort of operation. So here we can do something similar using this thing, but we'll see it, okay, how we can achieve this thing. Okay, so what will happen now, I'm just thinking what else we can do. Just quickly give me 2 minutes of time. So I got some requests, so what I'll do, I will just make it a bit smaller. Okay, so I think now everything is here, so you guys can easily take it. So because I'm actually doing the live class as well from the WebEx, so many of my students are actually taking a copy of this code. So I'm just keeping it open for 1 minute, and after that I will start it again. Okay, so that's it. So just wait for 1 minute. Okay, so I think everybody is done. Okay, so now what I'll do, I try to create some sort of logic using what I'll do actually, that is what actually I'll be going to do in the next class, not this class. Then it will be going to like complicate, it will be complicated for all of you. Okay, so what I am going to do, I'll be just going to tell you guys, but you can just have a quick practice on the existing thing, but it will be then easier for all of you guys to understand. Okay, so what I will actually going to do, like suppose now we are getting some marks for pass and fail. So after that it is going to be going to be matched based on some sort of pattern. Okay, if that pattern match, it will check the value, and depending on the value it is going to return something. Okay, so in that case we'll be going to use some sort of enum method. So enum method will going to check whether it is pass and fail. If it is fail, it is going to do some sort of operation. If it is fail, it is going to perform some different operation. So I think we can do it now as well. So what I'll do, I will just remove this part. Okay, I'm not going to have this thing. So rather than, we can just create a variable called let mark I32, okay, and make it 80. Okay, so now I will just create one enum method. So it will start with impl exam. Okay, and after that I'll be going to use fn, then validate marks, and inside that I'll be going to use self, and I'll be going to use that mark. Probably that mark is the right option, right? Because we have defined that marks over here. We are going to validate that whether okay, this mark is 8 is actually the criteria for scholarship. So we'll be going to check whether someone is passed, whether he is eligible for scholarship or not. So that is actually I'll be going to check. So it will be mark ch means check, again I32, and let's write this, and it will be match against this thing. We'll be going to match actually. Okay, so we can use match, so but I think I should not use match, so probably we can use this in the next tutorial. So For this thing we'll use if, we will use if let, and after that this thing exam, okay, pass, then value equals to self, means if the pattern is self, okay, then what is going to happen, it will be matched with this thing, okay, this 80 against this 80 value. If it is greater than, then it is eligible, if it is less than, it will not eligible, okay. So that is the thing, it's going to happen, okay. So I hope you guys understand this thing, okay. So I'll create one variable, let x equals to and I'll define as bool, okay, it is going to be value greater than this mark ch, okay, then I will write if x, or if x, then println like you are eligible for scholarship. It means you scored, when you are actually, it is going to trigger when you actually pass. So when you are actually pass, your score will be matched with this 80. If it is greater than 80, you will be part of the scholarship. If it is not, if not means else. So maybe we don't need anything, we just need else you are not. So it will be 1 comma, it will be 1 comma, okay. So what will happen now here, so we'll be going to call this method. So it will be like exam underscore 1 dot validate marks. So here we'll be going to call using this mark ch, I mean this mark, so it should be mark, okay, and it will be like this. So if I run this thing, it will be checked and it will be going to perform this thing. So same thing we can do as well. So it is for if condition, so it is going to be closed here. So let me just create one more thing for this thing. So if let exam fail, so for it is, if it is fail, what is going to happen, actually we need to check that as well. So if it is fail, so what we'll do, it is going to be matched against some certain values, okay. Let's say 40 is the ideal like score for fail. So it will be going to check how many marks user actually failed. If it is less than 10, then user is fine, he can only retake the exam, and if it is less than greater than 10, then he has to reappear for the exam, okay. So what we'll do now, so x i32 equals to I'm just doing this thing i32, so it should be 40 minus the value actually what user achieved. So pass is the 40, so if user is saying he actually failed, then definitely it will be less than 40. So I'm not going to do any exceptional handling here, I'm just building the logic, okay. So like this, okay, and after that, so if x is less than, if it is x is less than what do you say, the if x is less than 10 actually, so what is going to happen, that is my job to identify, okay. So I'm just checking this thing. So after that, so here we have to do x less than 10, okay, then you are eligible to retake the exam with the specific subject, else you are not eligible. I actually did a spelling mistake, eligible for retake, so it should be E, not F, okay. So like this. So what is happening here, guys, so first of all it will ask the user to enter whether he actually passed or failed. If he enters pass, then it will ask for the score, and after that it is going to match over here. Okay, depending on this thing, it is going to ask end user that he is actually eligible for a scholarship or not. So this is actually very simple thing, so I believe all of you guys understand actually. So this is okay, let me just do it from the beginning. So we define the enum here, and after that we are creating the instance, and based on this instance we are getting some value from here, and after that we are just we created this enum method, and this enum method is getting called from this if else block in the below. So let me save this thing, so you can now understand how complex we actually wrote for this code actually, right? So let me open this thing. Okay, some error, I know it is obvious. So expected one of this thing, expected, okay, actually what is happened over here, expected, what is happened here, I didn't understand. Print ln okay, so what is saying, I didn't understand. Did I miss anything? Any semicolon? I don't think so actually. What it is saying that you are not eligible for retake, expected one of this thing dot this comma or an operator. What is this actually? Why this is not working, I'm not sure actually. Oh, always some error. Let me just quickly read through it. Like this thing. Okay, actually if you are using match, then you have to use this thing. I actually forgot, I actually getting confused, use this thing, sorry guys, so my bad. So you have to use semicolon, so it always happens. So see, I thought actually I'm using match. Okay, so I'm always confused between this match operator and if let. Okay, so here we are using if let, so whatever you do you have to use semicolon, but if you are using match operator in this place, so you can do whatever you want to do, it is not required. Okay, so what we'll do now, this, and after that, so it is working. So it is going to ask pass, so enter the number you got, say let's write 81, say you are eligible for scholarship. Let's again run this thing. So pass, this time I'll put 79, so you are not eligible for scholarship. So again run this thing, this time fail. Okay, let's put 35, enter the score you got, 35. Okay, why this is not working? Okay, the thing is that in the fail I actually did not call this thing, so I have to actually call this thing, so that is why it is failed. So that is why I need to do testing. Okay, so it should be exam2.validate marks mark. Okay, so but I am not sure, but yes, we can call this thing, no problem, but we are not going to use this thing. Okay, so we'll do the fail case now only. Fail, let's put it 35, so you are not eligible to retake the exam on a specific subject. You are, why this is saying eligible, it should be you are not eligible to retake the exam, right? Okay, okay, 35 means okay, right, I should put 25 actually. So 35 minus 40 is 5, so it is less than 10. So fail, let's 24, you are not eligible. So now we'll put something invalid input. Okay, so guys, that's it. So let me put this thing in the PPT, but I'm not sure whether this is going to work here or not, so I'm not sure. The code is huge actually, but don't worry, I'll give you the GitHub repository. Okay, So this doesn't look good actually. So okay, so it doesn't look good, so we can make it a bit more smaller. Anyways, you guys can zoom it. So what I'll do, I'll make it 8. 8 is also not going to work. So what I'll do, oh, I can't do less than 8. Okay, so just keep it like this, but don't worry, I'll try to give you the source code so you guys can easily refer to this thing. Okay, but try to understand these things. This is very simple. So here we are actually creating the enum definition, and after that we are instantiating the enum from this if else, within this if else block depending on the user input. If user enters pass, then enum will be created with pass variant. If enum is user enters fail, then enum will be created with fail variant, and depending on the number which user actually enters, then another additional pattern matching will be going to happen. If user is pass, it will going to happen here, and it is fail, again same thing will be going to happen here. So all the same things, guys. So you can easily apply all those logics, and whatever is required you can put, like here I'm just doing this greater than less than checking for this some sort of like fictitious condition for scholarship or retake the exam. You can develop your own logic and come up with some sort of nice ideas. Who knows, like maybe your idea will be far much better than me, or maybe much more like interesting, so you can easily share with some other or maybe with our channel, in our channel as well. So I'll encourage you guys to do some sort of practice, come up with nice ideas. If you have any difficulties to understand, or if you are not familiar with some sort of concept till now, you can write me. I'll try to help you out. So that's it, guys. Probably this is the longest video of our Rust series till now. Maybe you can watch this video 2-3 times, and after that start writing the code. Okay, so that's it, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, hit the like button if you're really enjoying our videos, put some comments so we can so we'll be able to understand what is happening like at the viewers end as well. And if someone is watching our channel for the first time, please hit the bell icon and subscribe to our channel so you should not miss any notification from the next video. And thank you very much for each and every Udemy students for purchasing this course. Is actually helping me a lot, and same applicable for you. Whenever in doubt or need any clarification or any feedback for your written code, please write me. I'll answer your questions or queries immediately. So that's it, guys. We'll see you in the next video. Till then, take care, goodbye, and have a nice